There's thousands of individuals, if not millions, who suffer from feeling the urge to come out, right? In many different ways.
Yep.
What would you kind of give them as a way to say, you know what, my process was a little different, or my process was this way? How would you advise a person to live in their truth?
One is your choice. You can't let somebody force you into coming out when you're not ready, but then you shouldn't allow somebody to force you to live within a box, because you're not gonna be your true self. And when they go home at night, I guarantee you they not worried about you. They only worry about themselves, but you over here worrying about what they gonna think and not coming out. Because that was a little bit of me before I came out. Even though I didn't think it was that big of a secret, I was a little worried about like what people would think. But I would just tell somebody like, you'll know when it's time. And when you come out, not everybody's gonna accept it at first. Sometimes people have just been brought up a certain way and they have a certain idea and they think a person is a certain group is a certain way. They just need to get to know you. And then they might be like, oh, let me change my perspective real quick. But just coming out and being you, and it's your own time, and don't out anybody. That's the biggest no-no, is outing somebody. Like that, it's not your story to tell. It's not your little dirty secret to say. Like that's like the biggest attack on somebody, is when, you know, somebody else out their news.
Yeah. How were you able to tell your family?
I told my mom. I was in high school.
Okay.
I was in high school. I was in ninth grade when I told my moms. She was in her bedroom. I was sitting on the stairs. I was like, Ma, I gotta tell you something. And she's like, huh? I'm like, you kind of know my class, like my basketball team. There was a lot of us on the team. I'm like, you kind of know what my team known for. And she's like, what? Like, what do you mean? I'm just trying to beat around the bush. I'm like, you know what they say about my team. I'm one of them. She's like, what? Like, she's like really confused. I'm like, Ma, like I like girls. I'm leaning back, the wall in between us. I'm on the stairs. She laying on her bed. She's like, Ann? Huh? She's like, Ann? Okay. I still love you. I said, oh shit, that was easy. I said, okay, well, I'm about to go play Xbox. She was like, all right. She was like, I love you. I was like, love you too, Ma. That was the end of it. Yeah. Never said anything. She started asking me questions like, you know, is that your girlfriend? I'm like, okay, Ma.
Slow down.
We ain't going that far. You know, and my siblings, when I told my brother, he was like, I've been waiting on you to tell me. He was like, I saw you checking out what I was checking out, you know? Like, like he was like, I was waiting on you to say it. My sisters, same thing. They was like, we knew. All these boxes, we knew. Like, Pops was a little different. Granted, had a lot of understanding with him. He was brought up old ways by old people from a small town, Jasper, Texas. I don't know if you know anything about Jasper, Texas. But
I know about little Texas.
Yeah, it's small and country and backwards a little bit from, especially back then. So, you know, it took him a little minute. We good now though. Like I probably got a text message from him right now asking where his grandson is. Yeah. Like it's been good.
There's a lot of people that have opinions, but they speculate, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I really was excited to kind of have this conversation because I don't want to attack nobody. I'm really asking just to understand, because they all say it, especially in the Black culture, we all got one person that's in the closet in our family. But you either can accept it or you can push that person away. Yeah. And with that, when you see certain examples that's on TV or on social media, what should people know from both sides that you can kind of give insight to?
Well, one, people gotta learn their opinions don't matter. Like, and you need to get to know these people, because when I tell you, like, you will find something in common with them so quick. So much respect for Dwayne Wade and how, you know, he's handled his peers, people around him, how he's, you know, super supportive, like always there, like what, like that right there. You want to know your model on how to be, like he is like the epitome of it. Like, and I'm not saying that he did everything right. I don't know, you know, I'm not in that household. I don't know anything. But from outside looking in, it looked like he did a lot right with that.
Yeah.
One, felt super comfortable coming out, saying, telling, like the support was always there. Intentionality is always there. But I would just tell people, like, just get to know somebody. Don't push that family member or friend away either. Like, as hard as it is for you to hear, just think it's 10 times harder for them to even say it because they're worrying about what you think because you probably matter to them. So, and it's not an attack on you. It's not an attack on parents like, oh, I failed my kid. Like, you didn't fail your kid. Like, and when I hear people say that, I'm just like, that is like, you are pushing your child away, honestly, saying something like that. Like, you might have your own feelings, but you got to internalize them yourself. For sure. Like, and just be there.